And it's always the most exciting at the end of the tournament. Everyone is at their best, right? They've made it this far in the tournament. You had to earn your spot to make it this far. So first up, we're going to have the quarterfinals in the Division 4. We have Critical playing XO Project, and then we have the Wolverines SA versus Sin. So it should be some great games. I mean, obviously the teams earned it to get here, like I said, but now they know the field. They know what they can get away with. Their lanes are on. Let's see who can pull it off.
Critical against XO Project, 6 minutes. That's all you've got to be able to get through to the semifinals.
I love it. Sticking with the aggressive breakouts. Dorito 1 and the Snake 1 for Critical and Snake 1 for XO Project. And this is the paintball I'm talking about. Both teams make it out. 5 guys alive. Everyone's playing, and you hear it. It's just a louder game. Everyone's trying to stay on their jobs now. No one's letting up. That's the paintball we've been waiting for. XO Project first to make the moves, coming into Snake 2.
Just having a look at Critical, who's making the move up the center. And up Dorito.
Absolutely. So Critical is basically trying to counterpunch, right? So they're pushing that Dorito side. They've pushed into the Dorito 2, trying to make sure that they win that side, since XO Project has the advantage on the Snake side, and it's paying off. They shot the first player off XO Project out of the center.
Still a lot of communication happening. Loving the communication.
Yeah, the communication's really picked up. You can see a couple of players from XO Project starting to get uncomfortable as Critical starts to get the advantage on that Dorito side. So they really need that counterpunch to come on this Snake side. This Snake 2 needs to work with his tower, get into that Snake 3, and pressure that Dorito player. Critical with the huge move into the 50 Snake. XO Project running through. And a solid trade. That's how paintball is played. As soon as that 50 bunker was hot, XO Project ran through, stuffed him, and took a great trade.
1 for 1. You're happy with that kind of decision, just to give up the position?
Absolutely. So he was in Snake 2. He's not nearly as dangerous as this 50 player in the Snake. By the time he calls that across to his Dorito players, they may already be getting shot in the back. So you're better off making the move and getting that guy out of there.
Big move by Critical, getting into XO Project's Dorito side.
Absolutely. So they were able to get a couple of kills off that Dorito side. It pays off for them. They wrap around, shoot the second to last player out of that Snake tower, and now they're coming in fast to bunker this back center.
I cannot see a fucking thing. I cannot see the screen.
And there it is.
Maybe the screen is off. I cannot see a fucking
Critical going to take this first point.
Big win for Critical there, and what was the time? 3:48. So a well-timed game.
That approved.
What does mean? I mean, when it's do or die, have to win.
Yes.
So what does that 1 point mean now?
Yeah, I mean, that 1 point, it sets the tone. So you always want to be in the driver's seat. With this win or go home, XO Project has to come out, and they have to be the aggressors, but they can't afford to lose. So now they have to be very strategic in how they break out, winning that first 20 seconds, and making sure they do it with enough time to get another point. They need 1 point just to tie.
That's right. Wolverines against Sin is our next quarterfinal. And Wolverines been performing well. They're playing in 2 divisions, just so that I understand the 2 different Wolverines.
Correct. So we have Wolverines SA out here versus Sin.
Okay, not the big Wolverine team that's going to be taking part in
Baby
that.
Wolverines.
Little baby Wolverines. What's a baby Wolverine? No such thing as a baby Wolverine.
Mean Wolverine.
They look mean at the moment already.
little bit down. People starting to see anything yet.
12 seconds to go before the timer. Here we go.
All right, let's see who sets the tone.
Straight
Wolverines
down the
SA
middle.
with 5 guns up off the break, sticking to the center, really trying to get that kill in the first 10 seconds off of Sin. And it pays off. They shoot the Dorito insert player in the can. Oh, and Sin earns themselves a loss on this first point, if I'm correct here. That Snake 1 player was hit, received a minor penalty, and they lost their entire Snake side, losing that body.
So just 2 left now for Sin on the Dorito side. And being called out. 1 left.
All right, Wolverine setting the tone, storming down this Snake side now. With just 1 player left alive for Sin.
Live action footage, you're getting it from inside the arena. You don't get much closer than that.
All right, looks like Wolverine SA coming out this first point with a win. I really like that style. They had 5 guys stacked in the center, but they weren't trying to stay there. Their strategy was get everyone's markers up off the break, try to get that first kill out of Sin, and then scatter. Get to the outsides. So quick secondary moves. Great strategy.
How brave do you have to be to make those moves? Because the opposition are ready to take you out.
You know, it is risky in the sense that if the opposition picks it up quickly, you're going to get stuck in the center. They're going to make those moves wide, and now you're in trouble. So it's got to be a dedicated, quick movement. It's almost you have to do it no matter how the game starts to break down.
You have to get at least one of the opposition. That's what you need to do.
Absolutely, and you have to be dedicated to those secondaries. If you wait too long, you miss that gap, and now even if you got that first kill, you're going to lose the advantage quickly.
All right, so now Exo Project need to turn things around, leaving it a little bit late. Are critical or getting to their pits or to their marker. Here we go.
Now, both teams with a strong Snake breakout. Critical going to Snake 1. Exo Project going all the way into Snake 2. Both teams wide on the Dorito side as well. Critical in the Dorito corner with Exo Project in Dorito 1. So pretty evenly spread, 5-on-5 game so far. There's Exo Project on your screen, really trying to get some work done in that Snake 2, find his way up the field.
See 3 players there for Exo Project lining up for the Snake side.
Absolutely, they're dedicated that way, but now they're going to have to make a quick adjustment from that back center to look over the Dorito side. They just lost their first player from Dorito 1, and they're going to need the extra help over there as Critical responds by going into that 40 tower on the Dorito side.
Exo Project did indeed make it back to Dorito 1.
Perfect, so that's spreading the field, kind of even up the positions again, even though they're down a body. And great move by Exo Project to get into the 50 Snake.
That's the view he's got.
Oh, but he takes one from the Snake 1 on Critical. And Critical responds by storming into the 50 Snake themselves. Great response. You capitalize on that movement. And now Critical storming down the Dorito side. Already in Exo Project's back corner. Finishing off the last player in the back center. Going to hit the buzzer again. Critical going up 2-0.
Big movement by Critical. When you watch the 2 different sides, the Critical just seem to be faster getting from one point to another.
Absolutely, and something we always say in the States is that, a defensive game plan or a slow game plan, that'll win you matches, but it's not going to win you a tournament. So I love seeing that aggression out of Critical. They've been doing it all weekend. Hopefully they can keep it up through the rest of the day. That's a big win for them.
It also must take a lot out of the legs. Fitter teams, this is when it starts mattering. You have to move fast. You got to be able to do it all day.
Absolutely. You just got to be willing to exhaust yourself right up until the end of the day. You can take a break tomorrow.
Oh, by the way, the prize giving happening in the Emerald Resort and Casino. We will be broadcasting just a quick presentation. So you will see the winners and you'll see the prize giving, and then there'll be the official prize giving a little bit later up at the Breeze restaurant. If you are in the area, do come along and support your team.
Yeah, and if you haven't heard, they have some great deals set up for us as paintball players.
Nice.
There's going to be dinner available, drink specials, the whole 9 yards, and all of us will be there. So it's definitely worth showing up.
Even the camera crew. I'm sure the camera crew are going to be there. Working very hard, getting things set up at the moment. We're bringing you those